I'm Jofia Mind Tarot here for your mid-April 2024 tarot and oracle card readings. Um, Let us begin as usual for the mid-month with your, analyzing what's going on in your inner world, what you may be going through at this time, and I also want to say happy birthday again to those Aries viewers. So let's go. Let's see what's happening here. I'll throw the astro dice to see what may be coming up for you, what I can get from these three dice. So we have 5, the 5th house, which is Leo. We have, I think this is Capricorn. And we have, what is this? Is this Uranus? No, this is Neptune. So Aries. So we're dealing with the 5th house. Some 5th house talks about creativity, passion. You could be finding something that you love to do in terms of your work, because Capricorn here talks about work. It's the 10th house. So something that you do for work could be dealing in terms of spirituality. Maybe like me, I'm also an Aries. It could be dealing with something on the spiritual level. Maybe you have a spiritual business, or you could be exploring the spiritual side of things. In mid-April, you could be working on a spiritual business as well. The 10th house, which is Capricorn, also talks about status. So maybe you could be achieving some kind of status here in the month of April for some of you Aries. You could also be maybe finding someone who is maybe a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising in terms of love, because these two together, you could be, having a relationship, or meeting someone with Capricorn in their chart, or you can have Capricorn in your chart. But with this Neptune here, it looks like it's something that you either don't see coming, or maybe you have some kind of, I don't know, deep-seated intuition about this Capricorn. Maybe there's some kind of spiritual connection. Yeah. So that's what I see. Let's explore more and see what happens, because it has to do something with something creative. So if it's not romance, this could talk about what you do for work that you're passionate about. And it's most likely on the spiritual side. And then you can also be, with this also talks about dreams. So maybe you would get some kind of dream about something that you love to do, or some kind of dream about some creative project. Something may come through in your dreams that you may start working on for the mid-month. So that's the 3 things I see here. So I'll put that over here, and just let's go into what may be happening to you on the inside. I'm only taking 2 cards here from this archetype, Wild Archetypes guidebook, to get a general sense of what's happening in your inner world. And the fifth house also talks about intense attraction, you know. So something good is happening for you, Aries. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. I'm only taking one or two cards, so if more fall out, I'll put them back in. Just grab one from the deck. Spirit, what is happening in the inner world of the Aries collective? I'm only taking one card. I'll take it off the top, or maybe if it comes out on its own. One more shuffle. So here we're taking one card off the top, or maybe I should take, yeah, one card off the top. So we have the stone here. Something solid, something firm, something that changes very slowly over time. Okay, why is the stone here? Okay. That flipped across. Gnosis. What is this card about? I have never seen this come out. And then we have the thread at the bottom. So when we have a thread, it is anchored to something, perhaps the stone, something that's leading you in a particular direction that you're perhaps not seeing. Yeah. Could be something, well, with the womb here is something creative. The womb talks about creation, you know, something maybe that you're working on that's leading somewhere. With the womb here. The womb could also talk about pregnancy. Maybe you're trying to get pregnant, or you are pregnant, you'll be finding out that you're pregnant. This person is pulling on that thread. Some kind of connection here. You know, because usually when there's a thread hanging down, it is attached to something. So it could be leading in a particular direction. Maybe you're not seeing where that path would lead. But let's look at gnosis. Gnosis. LVXX. Okay, so we're almost there. All right, so this talks about knowledge, innermost knowing, mystical truth. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetype of wisdom that arises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Oh, so it's like, yeah, it talks about esoteric studies. It's like, if something has to do with spirituality, knowledge that comes from nothing that you read really, but it comes from your inner self, your inner knowledge. You know, it could even be talking about channeling. Yeah, this is definitely having to do with spirituality here. Someone in the spiritual business. This could be even like my read. But when it talks about creativity and when it comes into work. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So it says here, this card signifies a knowing that is life changing. study your passion in the deepest way available to you. Yeah, so something profound is coming up in the way of something creative that you're doing. So let's get some further information when coming to the Akashic Records. So what are you meant to experience here through the Akashic Records when it comes to your spirituality, delving deeper into the spiritual aspects, into the spiritual side of things? And maybe you find spirituality to be that thing that anchors you, that holds you down, that is doesn't really change drastically. It's something that evolves slowly over time. So maybe you, from as time goes on, you move deeper and deeper into the spiritual side of yourself. See, according to the Akashic Records, what's going on here in the Aries Collective? Ooh, that came out quickly. We have the Three of Forces, which is the Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So in the upright here is something nurturing. There's a bird feeding the babies, in the nest, and it's nurturing something. But there's a butterfly in the background here. So there's some kind of transformation when it comes to something that you're nurturing. But I think it's at the end of that. It's no longer, it seems like these young, something young that you're nurturing is becoming full grown. Maybe they have flown the nest, which means that whatever you are waiting for, whatever you are, what do you call it, nurturing, like planting a seed and waiting for it to become from a seedling, it's new. Whatever you're nurturing is becoming more solid. You're having more experience. Maybe you're no longer a novice here. Anything else? Okay, this one came out as well in the reverse. And this is the score on track. But it came out in the reverse here. So this guy is getting on board here, going in a particular direction. Maybe you're not quite sure where this is going when it's in the reverse. Maybe right now there's no particular direction that it's going into. You don't have any real concrete ideas to it yet. It's more or less free flowing. And one more card. Yeah. So this was in the reverse and this is in the upright. We have initiation of the Count Saint Germain. So this comes from wisdom here in terms of intervention from the divine. This is Saint Germain here, along with his, disciples. This talks about the crown chakra here, being guided by spirit. Something is transforming. So let's go into the book here to see what further detail I can provide here. Yeah. Yeah, you may be, yeah, as I said before, with this on track in the reverse here, you may not quite know where this is going, you know? Uh, hmm. And with this here, this gives some kind of time in here. It talks about autumn. Something could be happening for you by the autumn, you know, the fall season, which is from September through till I believe November. Something could be happening in terms of what you're nurturing here. Number 14. Mm. Yeah, so Spirit is saying that if you meditate, you know, more, if you try to connect with your spirituality through meditation, you'll be able to get some messages as to what you need to be doing at this time. Yeah. Spirit is also saying do not hold yourself back. As you move forward in this venture, you should not hold yourself back here. This also talks about holding back. Okay. So I think that's all I can get from that. Wait, Sphere of Forces. Yeah, it's a new direction you're going into that perhaps you haven't quite gotten there yet. So let's see what comes out in these cards. This is Oracle of Mystical Moments. I'm going to shuffle and see any further details I can provide for you about this. So this is more of a spiritual read. Any further details when it comes to, ooh, this jumped out. Elixir of Life. Wow. Elixir of Life jumped out while I was shuffling, so I'll take it out. Something's really sweet smelling, something passionate, something sweet. And elixir is like the essence of something. Anything else? One more shuffle. Oh, and we have Touch the Sky. Number 32. You could be spending a lot of time on your own, like removed from a lot of people, but connected by, you know, by this string, by this, you know, it's like almost like reaching out, but kind of on your own also. No rain today, keeping a positive attitude. Yeah. Keeping a positive attitude. So let's see here. Don't want to make a hot mess over here. Let's see. So we have 37, no rain today. Comfort, positive view of life. So maybe you, with this, which is not kind of, it's not really surprising, because when you look at this girl here, she's trying to, she's alone, but also trying to remain positive. She has a side smile on her face. She's connecting with others, yes, but she's really on her own. Hmm. Maybe you're coming from a dark period. I mean, I understand how this felt. Yeah. Looking at the positive side of things are changing in terms of your life. You may be finding, maybe you'll be coming out of a dark period and finding the essence of life again. Maybe through your work, something that you do, something creative that you do. We have 32, touch the sky. Yeah. Talking about, yes, lost in thoughts, isolation. It's a lifeline, it's connecting to others. You're not really alone, but you are in isolation. Kind of with connecting but not. And finally, let's go on to the, yeah, healing from a difficult time. Finally, let's see what comes out here in the soul's journey. Why are you going through all this? I have been here where, it was a dark period, where I came through something quite difficult, and, connecting with your spirituality, moving in a particular direction that is unknown to you. So I experienced this maybe about a year or so ago. So maybe this is talking about some Aries that is going through this as well, you know, connecting with their spirituality after a difficult time. Okay, so what is the advice from Spirit here? One more shuffle. Any advice from Spirit? Okay, 2 came out. Underneath we have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence under judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So you are seeing through your challenges that having that courage to push through those challenges, it's what is making the difference for you. We have success. I know that there's no greater goal than love, and purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Yes, Aries, so I am connecting with someone who has gone through a difficult period, and with stone here, it seems to have been something that happened over an extended period of time. Changes were happening, but it was really slow to come, and through that time you found your spirituality, you found your center, and you are not quite sure where it's going, but you feel like there's a renewed sense of connection with spirit. There's a renewed connection with being positive and understanding what it's all about. By autumn, something would be more clear to you, something would manifest for you in the in the fall season, especially for those who experience fall. So I'm talking about, as I said, September through November, or the or vice versa, whenever fall is for you. Yes, and something would be successful for you if you have that courage to persevere and to keep your passion alive with whatever this is. Okay, so I hope it helped, Aries, and I hope it resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading, okay? Take care, Aries. Bye.